Alright guys, so it's Wired Hack 75 here again, and just starting off on my project to light all my fish tanks with LED. Just kind of wanted to show you where we're headed and the difference in LED and compact fluorescent. This fixture here is just a standard compact or incandescent fixture that we've retrofitted with the 10-watt compact fluorescents. These are full spectrum. They're made by a company called Lights of America, and they work pretty good. I said they're 10 watts each, so this fixture right now has 20 watts, and puts out a decent amount of light. And what we got here is basically the same fixture, and I've retrofitted it with two of the Shure Electronic 5-watt LED strips, which you saw in a previous video. These are 5 watts apiece. They run at 10 volts, 500 milliamps. And as you can see, this is the same setup here. All I did was take out the bulb holder, pulled the switch and the wire out, and this is kind of crude, but we just basically ran the wires through. And I used thermal paste, as you can see it's very messy, and just screwed the LEDs. This is aluminum or some type of metal, may not be aluminum, pretty sure it's aluminum, it's very light. And for these two LEDs running at 10 volts, I haven't had any problems with heat. I haven't measured them yet with the thermometer, but either way, got them running off a wall wart here. This one's 10 volts, 850 milliamps. So they're each getting 425 milliamps. I'll go ahead and turn it on here. And they somewhat use the reflector, but these are 120 degree viewing angle LEDs. So this right now is using 10 watts total in the fixture. Yeah, this one's brighter, no doubt about it. But you know, lumen per lumen, this is using half the energy, plus we're only running it on 10 volts. So when I convert everything to 12 volts, these will all run off a battery. It'll be charged by a solar cell and controlled by a microcontroller that I had another YouTuber design for me that will shut them on and off with the day cycle. So I'll show you what these look like here. This is my frog tank. Like I said, these are different sized fixtures, but they put out the same amount of light. I'm going to shut the lights off here so you can really see. So that's with two 10-watt compact fluorescent. Now, these are designed specifically for aquariums. They're designed for moisture. They have a little rubber seal around them, but you can see it lights it up pretty good. Plants have been growing fine. And you can see one of my frogs back there. That's Kermit. And somewhere is Chubby. He's back here in the corner. But anyway, that's 20 watts of compact fluorescent. I've been using these bulbs for a while, and leaving them on 8 hours a day They normally last about 3 years. So here is the same tank with 10 watts of LED. Not as bright, and the color is not exactly what I want. Right. You can see Kermit back there in the corner. So it does pretty good. I'm not sure about spectrum wise whether or not it's going to support the pants or not. Probably not. And I don't have any lumen figures on these compact fluorescent bulbs, but they are supposedly full spectrum. So that's that, and right now I'm just running it off a mechanical timer, which is very inefficient. It will all soon be controlled by a microcontroller. And we're going to be lighting this tank up with LEDs, the 20 watt LEDs, and also this tank over here will be lit up. This has got one of those 10 watt bulbs. Now I've lit this one up before, but I've got to make a waterproof housing for it. So real quickly over here you can see this little tank here. This is my swamp darter. He's a cool little guy. And somewhere hanging out in here, where he's hanging out right now, that's somewhere in here. There's a fish called the least killifish. It's the smallest freshwater fish in the United States. But anyway, this is one of my retrofitted desk lamps here. As you can see, it just clamps right onto the counter. And this runs on 12 volts. So right now it's running on a wall wart, but this will all run off a battery and solar as well. And this has been retrofitted with the Cree LEDs. And as you can see, it lights this little tank up just enough. The one thing I have noticed, I've been using the LEDs on this tank for a while. This is the first little one I did. The LEDs don't grow as much algae. As you can see, this tank is nice and clean. I've never had to clean it. Granted, I've got a lot of snails, but I just know that it does not support algae until you get into real high power LEDs. Now, I know that this plant has been growing just fine, so it's enough light for that, but that's what we're doing. I'm going to be converting all of them to LED. I've got the turtles over here. Right now they're running on compact fluorescent and incandescent. I need incandescent for the heat, obviously. I'm using these incandescent bulbs. These are 15 watts, but they have to have the heat. So that's where we're headed. We're going to be converting all the tanks to run on LED and all off of solar power, so we can save some electricity. So stay tuned, we got more to come. Thanks for watching.